Hey, what is up, guys? It's Azu here, and today we are just gonna be talking about stuff completely unscripted because these days, haven't really had the motivation. I felt kind of burnt out recently, and I unfortunately, don't have the time to prepare a more well organized video for you. So, sorry about that. So, anyways, we're nearing the end of the 2.8 patch, and although I've done a review on the Kazuha story quest, I haven't really talked or gotten too much into depth about the other stuff. And there is a lot of juicy story content in here. For instance, I think I mentioned in my Kazuha story quest video that the character quests for the Golden Apple Archipelago actually provided us with far better characterization than the quest for the characters themselves. Especially with characters like Mona and Kazuha. I feel like you could like replace the story quest with content of this nature and you would like just have a much better characterization of these characters compared to the story quests that we had with them in the base game. So unfortunately, that's going to be going away, and unfortunately, those who won't have the chance to experience this will never be able to know these characters to a more in-depth degree than unless of course they were just go on YouTube and watch it. But otherwise, it's not going to be a part of like the main game experience. So yeah, that's kind of an issue that's been going around, and people talking about how like certain events being canon or not. But that's a completely different discussion, and I don't know. That's we're just gonna move on. So, anyways, 2.8 was actually a really good patch. Unfortunately, I haven't just been able to. I haven't actually finished it yet. I still have a few quests left. Like there's like uh there's like the stuff with the Fatui, and then there's like the treasure and whatever. So I'm not even completely done with it yet. So I can't really talk about it as a whole. But I can talk about like the main quest line, right? And like I said before, it's pretty good. It's got really good characterization for all the characters, and also there's a lot of small stuff here. If there's one thing Genshin's really good at, it's like just giving us characterization with like all of the minor characters here. Like for Kazuha's Island, we had the Tanuki who wished to like who went to Mondstadt and whatever. Then we had Mitaboru, and then we had like uh we had the talking squirrel, and we had the story with the Fatui. Like what one thing I will never knock Genshin's writers for is their ability to like make really really good world building. Like they're just really good at just making a whole bunch of smaller scale characters that don't really have any overarching narratives with like the grand main storyline or whatever. And they're just really good at making those characters just fit so naturally with the world to make it as though the world of Genshin is just more than like the main story and more than just like stuff that's going on with the Traveler and like the Archons and whatever else. So huge props to them for that. Of course, it's not exclusive to the Golden Apple Archipelago event. It's also present in just like many other aspects of the game. But here it's just like it just continues to show here. And also, we've got a lot of primo gems here in 2.8. Like we've had the Fontaine Gears event, and we've had the other one which isn't shown here, but it was like a party quest format. And one thing I really wanted to say about like the co-op event was it has potential, but it seems to be missing the appeal that I usually see when I play other games. Like I used to play other multiplayer games, and some of them you get a lot of EXP for doing it. There's like a cool boss fight at the end. You might get like exclusive rewards. Genshin like co-op, obviously, as we know, is rather underdeveloped compared to the rest of the games, but it does have potential. Like for example, when the Wind Trace event was happening, like I could just play it all day. Like it was just that fun, and there wasn't even really any incentives involved. But like when it comes back, when it like I'm gonna be excited for the day it comes back. But like for co-op in general, it seems that they're still it seems that they're interested in like trying to make it work, but it seems they're like experimenting. Now I don't know about the prospects of like a co-op game like Wind Trace or the Golden Apple Archipelago thing being like used as like a permanent end game content or whatever. I know that kind of a thing is a hotly debated topic amongst end game Genshin players, but I mean, it at least shows that they're interested in going somewhere with that, I guess. But anyways, the Evermotion mechanical painting again, the Fontaine event. There was something really interesting in this quest story wise. Now, according to the NPC that we met for this event, which I'm just gonna teleport to. Um, I don't know why I'm doing this for the first time, so this video is gonna be a bit of a mess. But I hope the commentary was insightful to you. But anyways, according to the NPC, the Fontaine NPC from this event, we are already famous. There's mention of Steambird, and of course, how I remember the Steambird is like through Yunjin's hangout, where the Steambird was impersonated by that dude who was trying to get like a hot scoop story or whatever. But anyways, this guy Felix, like apparently according to him, we're like already famous. The Traveler is already like famous in Fontaine. We're like a celebrity over there, and apparently like there's a lot of business opportunities from like there's a lot of business opportunities to like write stuff about the Traveler and to like just do stuff involving the Traveler, right? So that actually gives me a bit of a foreshadowing as to what could happen once we arrive at Fontaine. Now, obviously, the next patch is Sumeru, so we're not going to have to worry about that yet, but Fontaine provides a really interesting premise based on what this guy is foreshadowing here. So it seems that once we go in, we're probably going to be recognized right away, and a lot of people are probably going to want to get our attention. Now, it kind of fits in with the theme of like Masquerade of the Guilty, where we don't really know who to trust, and like there seems to be a layer of deception all over society, which kind of makes it harder to like pick apart the deception if all of the focus is on you, right? So I just picked up on this information here from this event, and any like future events involving Fontaine should be something to look out for, because I don't know. I don't know. It kind of seems like it's trying to point us into what kind of direction that the story is going to go into in the future. So yeah, I just found that pretty insightful. Now, Hazo's Hangout. I haven't really finished playing that yet, so there will be a video that will come out about Hazo's video once I am finished with it, because there's a lot of good information in there. Um, Specifically, the murder case that Hazo is involved in. There's like a lot of good information about how society works in Inazuma, which is one thing I've been trying to get information on for a while. I made a video about basically just picking apart Leeway Society, and I'm eventually planning on doing that with Inazuma, Mondstadt, Sumeru, eventually all of them once they come out. So yeah, videos about that is coming up soon. Anyways, the wishes, the banners. I feel really bad for Yoimiya in this patch. Like, it's right before Sumeru comes out. The banner before it was the Kazuha rerun. So, like, yeah, Yoimiya is just kind of dead in the water. Unlike Kazuha, who was supposedly Inazuma bait before Inazuma's release, he was a new character. He was also really good and fun on release, but like Yoimiya is just a rerun. And then what we're gonna get Tanari, we're gonna get John Lee and Ganyu coming back, and we're gonna get all these cool new Sumeru characters coming afterwards. So I just feel really bad for Yoimiya. And what else is there to cover? I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on 2.8. Overall, really good patch. Oh wait, there is one more thing. There's been a lot of primo gems here, and look. I mean, it's not necessarily like a gift that they're giving us or whatever. But having the Summertime Odyssey event on top of like normal running events like this and the Golden Apple Archipelago co-op event, like they're just layering and layering on like countless primo gems. I haven't really done much of a count, but it's like it should be way above the primo gems as usual. We still have exploration. Like we had the main quest, we had the wave rider stuff. Still have exploration. We still got like side quests. So they're really preparing us to. They're really preparing us for Sumeru here by giving us a lot of free primo gems. And obviously they don't do that stuff by accident. So at the very least, they are being generous with us. So if you're saving up, also Yoimiya, not a lot of people are interested in Yoimiya. So if you're in the event that you're not rolling for Yoimiya, you'll be able to have plenty saved up. And then there's the thing with Tainari, who is going to be moved to the standard banner after patch 3.0. So technically, if you don't really want him that badly, you could just hope to get him on the lost 50-50, which is really risky. Only a small number of people will actually that decision will pay off. But yeah, that's going to 3.0 territory, which I will make a separate video about. But overall, these are my thoughts on 2.8, the patch as a whole. Plenty of primo gems. The Golden Apple Archipelago event, it's got a lot of primos, and the story quests were really good. They let us know the characters more in depth than we were ever given through their actual base games story content, and also just yeah, yeah, exploration, plenty of stuff to do. Even though I feel kind of burned out. It's like I'm saying this in spite of the fact that I wasn't really that motivated to play the game this patch. So yeah, it was pretty good. So I look forward to future content with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this little rant, and I'll see you next time.